Hello students, so continuing with the Delhi Sultanate, we will read further about what Delhi Sultanate was like. So between 1206 and 1526, the Delhi Sultanate had five dynasties. There were five dynasties in total in Delhi Sultanate: the Slave, Khalji and Tughlaq dynasties of Turkish origin. These dynasties were from Turkey, and the Sayyid and Lodi dynasties of Afghan origin. And these two dynasties were from Afghanistan. So basically, the leaders of these dynasties were from Turkish and Afghan origin. So that is why these dynasties are divided into two parts. Delhi, the capital. Delhi was possibly built by the Tomaras around the year 736. Visaldev, a Chauhan ruler of the 12th century, captured the city from the Tomaras. Under the Tomaras and Chauhans, Delhi grew into a very important administrative center in North India. Because of Delhi's strategic location, most of the sultans established Delhi as their capital city. So Delhi was a very powerful city in the northern India because it was established in the year 736, so it had vintage. So Delhi had the power of vintage, and also it developed very quickly. So in the 12th century, the city was captured by Chauhan ruler from Tomaras, and under the Tomaras and the Chauhans, Delhi grew into very important administrative center in North India. Slave or Mamluk dynasty 1206 to 1290. Kutubuddin Aibak was originally Muhammad Ghori's slave. Hence, the dynasty was established by him is called the Slave or Mamluk dynasty. Mamluk means slave or son of a slave. Basically, when we read about slave dynasty, which was from the Turkish origin, Kutubuddin Aibak, when Muhammad Ghori left him in the Delhi Sultanate, Kutubuddin Aibak was basically a slave of Muhammad Ghori. That is why this dynasty is called slave dynasty or Mamluk dynasty. Mamluk means slave or son of a slave. Kutubuddin Aibak from 1206 to 1210. Kutubuddin Aibak was a generous ruler and a great builder. He built India's oldest mosque, the Quwwatul Islam Mosque in Delhi. He also built the Mosque Arhai Din Ka Jhunpara at Ajmer and began the construction of the Qutub Minar in Delhi. Kutubuddin died in 1210. So Kutubuddin Aibak basically he ventured into constructing various buildings. So he was one of the great builders or during that time till the time of 1210 that he lived. Then came Iltutmish from 1211 to 1236. Kutubuddin Aibak's son-in-law Iltutmish ascended the throne in 1211. So Iltutmish was Kutubuddin Aibak's son-in-law. Iltutmish stabilized the Delhi Sultanate. He either crushed his rival or won them over with land grants. So he either defeated his rivals or won them over with land grants. He used to give them land and take over the control and power. He also suppressed rebellions. People who used to raise a revolt against him, he used to suppress them. Suppress means to put them down or finish them. In 1221, Iltutmish refused shelter to the ruler of Iran who had been ousted by Mongol chief Genghis Khan. This wise move saved India from a Mongol attack. So Iltutmish in 1221 he did not give shelter to ruler of Iran, which was a very good idea because there had been a Mongol attack if Iltutmish had given shelter to the ruler of Iran. We will read further about Iltutmish in our next class. So we stop here for today. We will continue with all other dynasties, and this chapter is all about the five dynasties, and we will discuss about it later. Have a good day, dear students.